It is the end of August, and in other words, that means I'm about to share my autumn TBR with you. I cannot wait to get into cozy autumn weather and read spooky books and watch the leaves change color. This is like the best time of year. I am so pumped to get into it. And I've been kind of thinking about this TBR for a while, kind of going back and forth between what I want to try to get to this year. Of course, as per usual, I have bit off way more than I can chew. There's no way I'm probably going to finish all of these books, but you never know, it could happen. But I'm just going to jump right into it. So first off, I really want to get to A Dowry of Blood. This is one that I have as an ebook on my Kobo, and it is on my 2025 TBR, but I was kind of saving it for like September, October, November, fall kind of vibes, and here we are, and I cannot wait to get to this one. This one is a must read for me. I've been meaning to read it for years now, and I've just been putting it off, so it is about dang time I get to it. Don't show the people your bum. Yeah, they don't want to see that. Other than that, though, everything else on my TBR is kind of loose. I'm hoping to get to it, but if I don't, the world's not going to end. So the rest is going to be in no particular order. But I definitely want to get to The Deading by Nicholas Ballardes? So sorry if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. This is one I actually recently acquired, and it sounds super good. It's supposed to be like a mix between The Dome by Stephen King and The Last of Us, which I have yet to watch or play, but I have friends who are really, really into it and insist that it's one of the greatest games ever made. So I cannot wait to read this. I was kind of describing that vibe to one of my friends who's super into The Last of Us, and she said that this book sounds really, really good, and she would also be interested in reading it. So hopefully it is going to be as good as it sounds and live up to my expectations. Next, I have Model Home by Rivers Solomon. This is one that I've had for a little bit of time now. I think I got it earlier this year, and it is supposed to be about a haunted house, which screams autumn, Halloween, spooky vibes. For that reason, is definitely one that I really want to get to this autumn. It also seems like it's going to be a very quick read. It's not very long, about 250 pages, and the font is a very decent size. Like, it's a pretty big font for a novel, so I think it's going to be a super quick read. Then I'm hoping to get to The Mist by Stephen King. I was kind of looking through different Stephen Kings that I own, and a lot of his books are literal bricks. So I was looking for one that was slightly shorter, and The Mist really stood out to me. I really do want to read another Stephen King, and I love his writing, but whenever I go to read one of his massive books, it kind of takes me like a month. So I don't really feel like dedicating a month of this autumn to reading a Stephen King. That's why I wanted to go with one so short, and this is less than 150 pages, so definitely fit the bill. And I always hear good things about this one, so I feel like it's going to be a really fun time. Next is Ghost Camera. This one I am fully judging on the cover and the title, and it looks super, super spooky, but it's supposed to be about a girl who finds a Polaroid camera and jokingly snaps a picture, and there turns out to be a ghost in it. And I'm assuming it only escalates after that. Then I have The Grip of It by Jack Jemk on my fall TBR. Thank you, Awen. And this is supposed to be another haunted house kind of vibe situation. The cover of this one looks absolutely creepy. I don't know what it is about like little kids' spooky drawings that is just so much scarier than if it looks like an adult has done it. I don't know. It's just creepier for some reason. Then I'm hoping to get to The Return by Rachel Harrison. This one is supposed to be about a friend group where one of them kind of goes missing for a year or a couple of years, and then she comes back and is acting completely different. I'm thinking it's going to be some sort of possession. Not entirely sure on that, and I don't really want to read the back just in case it has a spoiler on it, but it sounds creepy. And then last, I have a few graphic novels slash manga that I would love to get to. Firstly, I feel like this is another must read for me, and that is The Addams Family: An Evolution, which is a bind up of all of the original Addams Family comics, and it's about how the Addams Family was kind of created. This one was gifted to me last year for my birthday, and I've been meaning to get to it since then, but I kind of wanted to save it for spooky season. So here we are, and I'm going to finally read this one. Then I was kind of looking through the Junji Ito on my shelf, and I wasn't exactly sure if I wanted to go with Ally or Love Sickness, but right now I feel more of a pull to read Ally, so I decided to put this one on my TBR instead of Love Sickness. I might swap it if I feel a different vibe when I actually go to read it, but for now I'm thinking Ally by Junji Ito. This one looks absolutely disgusting, and I can't wait to get to it. I mean, Junji Ito never fails to create the most disgusting horror you can even imagine. I'm not even sure if most people can imagine how nasty some of his stuff is. But I feel like that will be perfect to kind of get me into the horror spooky mood, especially when we get closer to October. Then I'm hoping to get to Third Shift Society by Meredith Moriarty. This screams Halloween, does it not? Like, I feel like just looking at the cover, enough said. It's a YA graphic novel about a dude with a pumpkin on his head. I don't really know what it's about, only that it's giving what it needs to give. And then the last two books on my Autumn TBR are both by Sarah Anderson, and they're both rereads as well. So we have Fangs and Cryptid Club. I reread these every single year. I love them both so much, and I can't recommend them enough if you are into cutesy, spooky kind of things. These will definitely put a smile on your face. I love them so much. They are the perfect autumn read, but then also just perfect all year round. And they both take about probably 20 to 30 minutes to read, so super quick, very funny and cute. And it wouldn't be one of my autumn TBRs if I did not add these two to the list. But those are my autumn hopefuls, my way too large TBR. I am apparently planning on reading a lot. I'm gonna have to definitely lay off the TikTok for a little while so I can try to get through some of these. Let me know in the comments what your autumn TBR kind of looks like. If you're going for cozy vibes, maybe like a dark romance situation, horror, thriller, a mixture, let me know. I would love to know what everybody else is planning on reading. But with that, I'm gonna leave this video here. I hope you have a great rest of your week and happy reading.